Hello, wherever I'm with Jane's videos, and this is Nightmare House 2020, The Experiments Haunt Build Day 10. I don't know what's going to be done today, but there was an absence of work the past 2 days, and Halloween's only 8 days away, so I'm really hoping to get a lot done. My goals would be to finish Rusty, get those last containment unit walls up, finish the cold room, finish the insect room, and we'll see what else happens from there. I'm not sure. But I also have, once you guys see this, it's going to be the day after the premiere. But I have a premiere for the next Haunt film coming at 7 p.m. today, so I'm going to have to pause work for a little bit then to make it to that premiere, and then I'll resume right after. So let's hope a lot gets done today. But first, before anything else, let me show you guys something. This isn't really a big deal, but I just added these bolts and screws and a wrench because, you know, those are like the most laboratory type tools that you can think of because of Frankenstein's monster and stuff, having bolts in his neck. And I mean, right over there we got the monster. And that's who today's premiere is on too. So what's up? You're a star. So yeah, I felt like they'd work for a laboratory. They look cool because they're rusted. Made sure not to choose any clean or nice looking ones. I chose some rusted ones. And my dad actually left these out yesterday because he was looking through some tools. He actually just left these out, and I put all the other tools away, but then I saw these and I'm like, oh wait, these would actually be good. So it's not that big of a deal, but I just wanted to show you because it's just a little bit more detailing added. Okay, so first off, Rusty's in his spot, which is good. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have him sitting down or standing, because I feel like sitting down he may be creepier, but he's not done. Of course, I made his head. I'll show you his head in a moment. And then I did his eyes and mouth, so those just need to be put on, and then I need to put some other things on him. But he's in his spot, which is good. Like I said, I don't know if he's going to be sitting or standing. I think he'd be better sitting. I think it'd look creepier, in all honesty. But yeah, that's how he's going so far. Let me show you the other parts of him that I made, and then I'll show you what was done on the containment unit. Gonna head on back here. Well, first off, these walls were painted in the back, which is good, so I can put those up as soon as they dry. And then here's his head. It's just a paint can, but no one's gonna notice that. And then eyes, mouth. You'll see it when it's put together. Let me go over here. This electrical outlet was fixed, so I can finally get the lighting on in the cold room and the insect room, which is cool. And then I'm gonna want to go from the other side. This thing is hung up, and it works perfectly. Now you can see the patio door right now, but that's because the light's on. But when the lights are off, you can't see through it. Like, as you can see over here where it's darker, you can't really see what's on the other side, which is awesome. So this works perfectly. Probably not going to have scare actors this year. I was thinking we might, but then probably won't happen because of the virus. But instead, I'm thinking air compressor will be there, just so we can still get a good scare out of that spot. It's a good idea. So yeah, that's up. Obviously you can see the lights inside the house, but on Halloween that won't be as noticeable. But yeah, you got this. And hoping tonight I'll hang up Electrified Corpse from there. Boogeyman, I don't think I'm going to put over here. I don't even know if I'm going to... I'll probably use Boogeyman. He looks like a lab creature, but I'll probably put him somewhere over there, because that's a big empty spot leading to the greenhouse, the lab greenhouse. It's kind of an empty spot. But Eddie, once this one is hung, because there's going to be one here, Eddie's going to go in his spot, and then a wall needs to be put there. So, hoping to get those done today, because those are going to be very simple things to do. But for that, I might as well start doing the lighting in the insect room and cold room. Okay, so I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, which is great. But, my goodness. I'm sorry about my voice, okay? I was actually screaming. I never scream. I was screaming because I'm not afraid of insects, okay? I'm typically fine with them. I think they're kind of cute. But this dragonfly, he's a big dragonfly. I was fine with him. I thought he was cool. I thought he was cute because he was just hanging out. I was doing some work with wiring right next to him, like 2 inches from him. I was fine. But I don't want him just touching me unsurprisingly. That's the thing I don't like with insects. I don't like when they just touch me when I'm not expecting it. So I had to have the lights off to get the lighting right that I wanted to get. So every time the lights went off, really loud, whapping against the walls. And then he just kept getting closer and closer. One time he touched my hand. It was just scary because I was in the dark. I didn't know where he was, and I just hear, I don't know where. It was pretty horrifying. But yeah, that's why my voice is scratchy. But let me show you what I did. I did the cold room. I finished the cold room completely, which I'm happy with. And then I finished the insect room with the lighting. So let me turn the lights off and show you. So, let me show you. Look at this. Here is the cold room, and I'm not standing right in front of it yet because cryo chamber and lab corpse will go off if I do. But here it is. Like I said, it's not a very eventful scene in the haunt. It's very minimal, but I think it works. If I can get another body to hang from the ceiling, just a static one, I want to do that. But here we go. Blue floodlight, which I will show you how that's hooked up in just a moment. But I'm going to have to unplug cryo chamber in a second. But here's cryo chamber. I think I definitely want him to be my thumbnail, so let me get him to go again. Perfect. So, obviously, he is going to be a good scare. Oh my god, that scared me so bad. I thought it was the dragonfly. It was my blacklight falling, which isn't good, but dragonfly would be worse. I think the dragonfly's there. I think he was injured. That's sad, but shouldn't have been scaring the crap out of me. Oh, dang. Give me a moment. I hate this black light. The switch is on the bottom. Oh my goodness. I didn't even touch it. I hardly even touched it. It just decided to flip off. There. I'm going to have to secure that better, but it's there. Anyways, here's cryo chamber. I like him here. I think he works well. Here we have lab corpse, which I hung to the side so he won't hit anyone in the head when he drops, which is good, but here's the dropping. There you go. I think it's going to be a really effective scare. I typically don't like having 2 jump scares in the same room, but I kind of have to with this scenario because I really wanted the body dropping down idea, and then cryo chamber, I mean, you just have to use him as a jump scare. He's just too perfect. But I really love the lighting in the scene. Looks super laboratory, sci-fi-ish, and I love it. So you've got, it's a blue floodlight. Well, it's a color changing floodlight. You can adjust the color. It's Bluetooth ones that I actually got. They're fantastic. They come with an app, so you can control it from your phone. You can change the color. They can pulsate. They can do all sorts of cool stuff, and I'm really happy to have them. But the ones I used last year were actual remote ones. These ones are Bluetooth. These ones are way better, but yeah, these are really, really cool. So I have the blue one up here. I have 4 of these. I really like the color I have going for this scene. I didn't want it a dark blue, but I also didn't want it too light blue. It's like a mid-range between that, to make a more frozen look to it. To give a very frozen type appearance, like this is a cold room. Like I said, I do want to get a fan in here, but I don't know if that'll happen. So I really like this scene, though it is very minimal. I think it works. Here we have the insect room completed, other than the cockroaches that are going to be scurrying out of the thing, and possibly a green light on jumping bug, because he's not black light reactive, so he's not very noticeable. But I got a black light here, then I got this black light here, which would typically be enough to, it should be enough to light the whole room, because this is a bright black light, but it started to burn out this year, which is sad. and I just got it last year, and I never even used it on Halloween. Actually, no, I did. I used it in my front yard, but I'd never used it in the haunt. So now that I finally have a way to use it in the haunt, because laboratory themes, I think, should be blacklit, a lot of them, it burns out, which sucks. But you can see the UV spiders lighting up nice. You've got this whole tablecloth is lighting up really nice. Sadly, the green isn't glowing the way I thought it would, which is upsetting, because I thought it would glow well, because it's a very neon green, so it's kind of upsetting that it's not glowing well. But I don't want to change it, because I like the look of it. And then the walls aren't glowing well either, which is another upsetting thing. But in this room, which is connected to it, Area 31 capsule will be, and he's got a bright green light that you'll probably be able to see the splatters and stuff better. But I really love how the insect guy looks under this light. You can't really see it well, you can only see his clothes well, but this light, this black light, is so strong that it illuminates stuff that's not even blacklit. And so he's actually got a purple head, purple hands. He's got a bunch of purple on him, and it looks super creepy. I love how he looks in the black light. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Though I am upset that these aren't very reactive. I think the rest of the scene is looking pretty solid, so I'm pretty much done with this scene, other than probably putting a green spotlight on Jumping Bug, just so he's more noticeable, because he's a cool prop. But actually, on the other hand, I might not want to do that, because he'll catch more people by surprise if they only see the shadow, because his head lights up, so his head should be enough to get them to notice him when he's jumped up. So I don't know, I might not even do that. But I didn't think I'd need 2 black lights for this room, but it's alright that I do. It still works, and I'm still really happy with how this room turned out. Out of the 2 rooms I completed today, the cold room and the insect room, the cold room's pretty cool, but I think the insect room takes the cake for me. But I really do like how the colors go with each other very well in these 2 scenes, since they're so close in proximity to each other. I'm very glad that the colors blend well together. So that is it for today's haunt build video. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, so a lot of stuff will be done for sure. I hope you all enjoyed. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves.
See you next time, friend.